test. Which input is this?
Hey.
Alright. It's not like we said anything interesting anyway. What input was that? The second mic input? It's not NDI.
It tells you in the settings like what each of the aux inputs are. Like they're not. You can't label them.
There's no.
Yeah, there's the. Oh wait. There's mapping in the like OBS setting. It'll tell you where. The global settings. Yeah, your audio. Oh, I wonder if it was actually getting it from the camcorder audio. Did you? Oh, you didn't plug in the camcorder audio, so it couldn't.
No. So.
There's just no audio then.
What? There was some audio there though. What the hell was that? Just noise?
It might just be noise. Yeah, it might just be like hissing because there's nothing connected.
Oh, Lynn, you missed the cables. I guess that was
Well, I mean, no, there's audio.
The Twitter embed used the old stream title. We already wrapped all the cables. I wonder if that was archived on YouTube. Well, like I didn't even read anything about like initializing the hardware or whatever.
I mean, what would there be to initialize? Like, what did you do last time?
I didn't do anything last time. However, the person that built this could have done something that I fucked up somehow. At least we know it's probably not the board. That's kind of... Oh wait, I was gonna try and load some stuff.
Yeah, I just want to see if we can like load the color bars thing again. I forget how we did that, but
I don't even know what this is or what it means.
so we're technically in
the main. Try preview.
I think this is the. Click the DV1, DV2 button. Yeah, just like nothing. Did we try the software with no card just to see if it like complained?
I I thought we did, but I don't remember what it did.
I don't think we did. There's some jumpers on the card, right? Somewhere? Maybe we can't see them. They should be right above the
I know about
slot.
I know about all of it. Okay? I just need one promise from you. All right? Just one. Promise me you'll never drink alcohol.
They might be the jumpers used for the daughter board, so.
Okay?
Cool. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's all I see.
Yeah, I see them there. They're all down. I mean, they're all down this board. You see 8 jumpers. They look like 2 rows of gold pins and small black jumpers. They need to be moved to the lower position for the Amiga 4000.
What?
It looks like they're all in the lower position here. So, I don't think that's the problem. I'm talking about these. Those jumpers. There's like 8.
Yeah.
They're in the lower position already, though, it looks like.
You can't this other side though.
But it has to be in your heart naturally.
Screw it, it says topmost slot. I guess they mean, I don't know why they say topmost slot. It only fits in the bottommost slot. Maybe they mean that's the topmost slot?
Yeah, that's weird.
Just reading instructions for installing the card. It says topmost slot. The picture says it in the bottom slot though. I mean, the installation instructions don't really. Understanding closer screen. Usually it's supposed to program to the main screen.
So, I mean, there is this like.
Oh, you've got some software for it?
Well, yeah, I had a bunch.
Oh.
I have all these already, but these came with the new card, so I'm wondering.
The new card?
Like, I'm pretty sure I have all of these already, but.
What's the difference between the CD-ROM and that disc?
Oh well, Video Toaster 4.2, and this is 4.3.
Ooh, baby! Upgrade Video Toaster software! Let's go look at the change log. It's like, we fixed the bug where there's a black screen when you install your Video Toaster 4000 card. And so-and-so, while sitting in your bedroom streaming on Twitch. You're like, oh wait, that's
exactly.
We fixed that problem. These instructions are crazy thorough though. It's like you don't see stuff like this in instructions. It's like there's a section on how it responds to you, and it's like telling you what happens when you click buttons, like what you're supposed to see, what kind of error messages you're supposed to see. Screen flash. So the screen flash sometimes flash or sometimes no. Buttons will either depress or highlight, or they can be selected a menu may display an option. May display an error message. It's like they're very thorough about like what you should expect. How it responds to you.
It's a quality product.
I mean, no one documents that anymore, right? No one tells me how. Chrome is supposed to respond to the buttons.
Let's see. I'm gonna try and run it in this version just to see what happens. Also,
I'm just like, I'm not convinced that anything is initializing, because even for initializing a card, wouldn't we see something flash on the monitor? Like anything?
you would think
Like
so.
nothing flashes. Like we start the computer and nothing flashes. We start the software, nothing flashes at all. Is this a newer or older?
This is the newer Amiga OS, and I'm pretty sure this is where it did not work. I want to try it.
What does it do?
Complain about fonts or something. Crouton.
What if we install 4.3 onto this OS version?
Well, that's an idea.
This is version 2.1? I mean, I would assume the newer version of Toaster works on whatever the newest version of...
That's the error screen, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Big and red. I think it's rebooting.
We think a lot of things. It has a CD-ROM drive, though?
Yes.
So we could pop in that 4.3 version and try to install a 4.3 version, right?
Yeah, well, I'm guessing you start with this disk, though.
Oh, okay.
I put the disk in.
I don't know why there would be two. It says 4.2.
So I'm confused. This is the 4.3 install. Oh, maybe if I have 4.2. I don't know. How do we...
Whoa.
These icons will not two-star toaster. Whatever. Like for all the detail they go into, they also like it's also fairly like complicated. They've got like different sub-programs and stuff. That
This almost seems like someone didn't finish it, and that's why it's like broken. But,
let's see what happens.
I mean, is it 4.2 or is it 4.3?
Who knows? Ooh, intermediate maybe?
Maybe. Amiga 4000, Amiga OS. I'd say I'm pretty novice. Pretend to install. Sure, go for it. Like, what happens?
All right. So it's showing us this again.
Okay.
Is there more to this? Oh, please select a drive. Well, that would be this one.
We want to create a new drawer for it?
I don't know.
I mean, wasn't it in...
Yeah.
Where is it currently?
Well, I don't know if it's gonna create a directory or what, but
Is OS 3.9 the
this one, yeah.
drive?
Oh, yes. The volume. Maybe. Something like this.
You took. So it was going to create its own directory.
Wait, what? Didn't I tell it
Maybe
to...
they didn't finish that part.
Right. doing something.
It's all coming off floppy too, right?
Yeah, which is weird because
What's
there's
on
a
the
CD.
Yeah, what's on the CD-ROM then? Maybe like graphics and stuff?
And why are there two?
Why are they different colors?
Video toaster 4000 new tech. Video toaster new tech 4.3. I hope I don't have to like do this one and then this one or something. Oh, it wants the CD.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's what I thought. Like the C is like an assets kind of thing.
Yeah, that's. I can't imagine. Which one do you want? We don't know. Try this one. What? Wait, really? Effects, frame stores. Sure. Sure. Well, if they're not supported, I don't know if I want these. But whatever, sure. Please insert volume.
Do not operate your system without the cover.
Oh, fuck. God damn it, I'm using the wrong mouse.
Installing the software from the CD-ROM disk. Oh, page 40. Okay. So there's instructions here.
That's what we're doing.
Let's quick peek and see that we are. Insert the installation ticket. Disk. Floppy drive. Insert the CD-ROM and CD drive. Double click the icon floppy disk. Double click the icon labeled install flyer. I think it was called install video toaster.
I can tell you what it was called. It was called install. Go away. You don't actually want this thing.
installing all like the brushes and stuff.
Everything.
Animals, people, sports, space. WB startup door that interrupts the final stage of normal computer startup. Oh, there's a way to add the video toaster to start it up automatically on boot.
What's that?
You can have the video toaster started up on boot, like you boot it and it starts the video toaster software. Apparently there's a folder or a drawer called WB Startup, and you can copy the start toaster from there.
So it's like a startup folder.
Yeah. Actually, we should check that folder. I wonder if there's something that's like supposed to run that thing.
What was it called?
WB Startup.
Oh.
Stop. Do not start the toaster flash on it this time.
Yeah, WB Startup. Bunch of garbage in here.
Is there stuff that's like starting up that shouldn't be though, maybe?
I mean, there's some stuff that doesn't need to.
What's in there? There was upstream.
That Ami dock, that stupid menu at the bottom.
Oh.
I'll put that out here. And I don't know what that is. We don't
No
need
click.
That. We don't need that clock.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what those are.
Maybe we should leave everything else. Maybe that's important stuff. Maybe the clock's up there. I'm just kidding.
Page peel. Sounds like an
Chickens with
effect.
guns?
What? We gotta find that. I wanna see what that looks like. Tutorials. Here we go. Tutorials. How to record a video clip. Twister page tutorial. Ooh, I figured out what I find one place I want to. It's very weird. Okay, so that top part of the street is like the project, and the current files that are loaded in the project.
Oops.
Oh, I see how the frame store works now. kind of like what happened though. Like when we double click on a crouton, which is bees when they're loaded in the project above the switcher, it says that it should load it into the preview bus and make it ready for display. But doesn't that take us to like the editor instead? No?
When you click it, it goes into this, like, it kind of loads
When we
something.
double click it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But then, you should, so when we click things, it should show up on preview then.
Click once on the crouton and do something to get back to it. I highlight bracket shows you the next to be loaded crouton. So that's kind of like staging it. Something.
Control panel.
New clip control. No, it's not what I want. No, boring. Yeah, I kind of glossed over that. You may find yourself confused by what seems to be a change in the way things work when the project switcher view is on screen. Yeah, I'll say. Suddenly, selecting a crouton from the window causes something to happen. For example, in any other editor, when you select a frame from crouton, it highlights. But when you're in the project switcher view, it highlights and automatically loads into one of the frame buffers in the preview bus. To change, this change in the way the system responds to action may be discussed first, which is why it happens. Let's ensure that always be here for the live video processing. Auto graphics will make you select that. There's a frame source CD overlay CD.
So it's just loading.
Okay. I'm assuming when we click on one of those, then it should be like showing. The main bus. Video source, bus function, one selects the master video output for the toaster. Another selects the next in line source. That makes sense. Third, choose a source for the certain path. Superimpose plus. Let's check out something with keybar close duration. How to select and display video sources. Main buses and a single effects bus, aim, preview, and superimpose, which route the video inputs to a variety of routes on the way to the toaster's output. Main is used to select the toaster's current video output. This is the output that you want connected to your recording media. Select the video source that is next in line, ready to go to the main output. Superimpose is used for special effects such as E1 one source over another, and for displaying post-receipt pages. It is located on the lower right. Each bus contains 7 buttons. Inputs 1, 2, 3, 4, DB1, DB2, and DB3. Inputs 1 to 4 may be video cameras later that goes back here and running combination of these ones, as these sources are time-based, correct, and sync. DB1 and DB2 are 24-bit frame buffers, each of which can hold single digital still video image. Together they can capture video freeze frames as well. EKG functions as both a solid color background source. You can select this color from the setup screen. And the buffer where lightwave 3D 356,000 color real-time animations are accessed. To select an effect, click it once. Spacebar is the auto T-bar. Okay, we know that. Small triangular shaped indicator appears whenever the T-bar is not at its starting position. What the hell's going on? It's kind of appropriate for this music.
It's kind of weird. You can like control.
It's not reading from 0.
Holy shit. Look what I made. It's not even here.
So it's got Crazy Joe Davola in it. Oh, look at you been saying.
I made some pretty cool shapes.
Read it later.
Hold on. Look at that. What is
Oh
that?
my gosh.
What is that?
I don't know.
Where did that come from?
Video artifacts.
Where did that come from?
From Infinite Video. Oh, it's on fire. You're burning it. The lens is burning.
It's like a analog Winamp.
It's
Or
burning.
what was
burning
the
up.
Winamp visualizations? Milk drop.
Yeah, that's a good old one.
What was it called?
Milk drop. I
Milk
think it's
drop?
called Milk drop, maybe. I don't remember.
Alright.
Milk drop 2.0.
Read it later. Please reboot your computer. Whoa, did it put an icon on my desktop? That's pretty cool.
Whoa! Now we know what to click.
I guess I will restart, which means turn on off the computer. And I can get back to work.
You can download the source code for Milk Drop version 2. Milk Drop was made by Ryan Geist, 2001, Milwaukee.
Oh, this is the CD, I bet.
Oh, that's why it's under difficult.
I thought it told me it put it in this. I mean, I don't think it installed it here. It's not what I asked it to do.
It was in like a new tech folder, right?
Yeah.
Or
It's supposed to be. So I'm not sure what happened.
storage? Fuck. That's the CD?
Yeah.
Oh. And everything says it's region 4.3, but it just says 4.2. Maybe we chose, maybe like it went into nowhere land. Like maybe we didn't choose the drive correctly.
Because if you were, you'd be
Yeah.
able to bend over and kiss your ass.
Storage.
I wonder if maybe it's like not visible.
What's under storage? Like maybe these are just higher level.
And these look like lower level storage device things. Monitors. I was thinking maybe we what is it? Well, I guess that's a lot for
Why would you make a new drawer? Like what? Just create one and see what happens.
call it old tech. Oops.
How do I focus myself?
So I guess we had to try installing again. Although remember, I told it to abort, or you know, that there was a weird install thing. Maybe we should try it again. Let's say, oh, we have no option for novice.
Just like if you're a novice, you're not allowed to use the software. You're doing the wrong. Wait, why is there 2 pointers? Oh, one's in your computer.
Yeah, I accidentally. Install for real this time.
Is that fun? Holy fuck! It keeps spinning out of control!
No, not devs. Parent. Oh, look at that. New tech is there. How do we get to it? I made old tech, and there's also a new tech.
So we just don't know how to open it. We don't know how to navigate to it.
It didn't show up.
Maybe the thing you're clicking on the desktop is not the thing you...
Well, it is because old tech is there too. Look, remember I made old tech
No,
as a
but...
directory?
ASM, CDFS. We don't see a lot of these though. Like a lot of these are missing.
I know. So I'm wondering if there's like a file explorer that's different from the desktop.
Well, go back to. Let's get out of here. Let's assume we did install it correctly and we just don't know how to use the operating system. So if you hold down.
What's this? Oh, that. Doesn't that look like something?
Yeah.
The scroll bar, but I don't know.
If you hold on the right mouse button, there's like a menu, right?
Yeah.
What is there some way to like
Maybe
show, like what show? Like we're not showing everything.
only icons. Show all files.
Oh fuck! Look at that. Got some shit here. New tech. I don't see old tech, but
Well, I made old tech. I deleted it, or I will delete it.
start toaster. Some shit's going on.
That's funny. I
What?
think 4.3 is like,
Non-existent.
it doesn't exist. Like, I probably already had 4.3 installed.
Yeah, but
It
it was
just
actually
says
4.2.
4.2.
We thought there was a newer one, but there isn't actually.
Well, at least I have it installed on this partition now, for this volume,
Oh, okay.
but
What that means.
like I don't have to use that old. Man,
So BKG is actually just, according to the docs, it's a background, and you can just select the color down there. Clicking it should just show that color on the TV. Like, yeah, if you were to select one of those and click BKG, like it should be showing a red screen right now, in theory.
yeah. Why
And if you load a
isn't
project
it?
up, if you load like a project thing, you click the play button here while it's selected, it should just immediately do that
Do what?
that effect or whatever is loaded.
When you select it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of what I expected it to do. Please don't do anything because there's nothing in there.
Like I think when you click play on walls, it's gonna look, it's gonna like put it into like one of the preview like DV1
Yeah.
or DV2s.
We can try it. Because there's some.
Yeah, like click the play button double right now. Oh.
Well, in theory, I should just boop, and it would load it, right? And so now you would see it, maybe as
Yeah,
DB2.
like it loaded as DB2 now. So on the preview DB2, it would show it. If you click the main DB2, it would show it on the main as well.
Yeah.
Neither of them are showing anything. So like, we're not getting output of the card, for sure. So like, we're not initializing the card right. We have two cards; they both do the exact same thing. So we're not initializing the card correctly. I don't feel like. Even if the sync was wrong, I would assume we would get something like just garbled, anything,
Yeah.
flicker, something.
The sync thing is for inputs, though. It's not even for output.
Right, we're not even doing any input yet.
sign into search.
Video. Did you find documentation for the that hardware setup control panel? Because none of those things make a difference, but it seems like hardware is a significant thing.
I didn't go that far yet. I don't think. Let me see if I can find something on there. Chroma effect. I think this key is just so massive. rest of this is just labor.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. There's like a bunch of other programs involved that you can kind of ignore.
NPCs. Oh, crazy. I thought these holes in this were...
Like binder holes?
I thought they were placeholders. I thought they were just like added in post, but I think they're real.
Yeah.
Because they're like, some of them are like fucked up. I didn't realize that.
Or that's what they want you to think.
I mean, look at this one. It's like the page is broken through. This one's all dinged up too. Some of them are like super dinged up. I didn't notice that till now. Yeah, they're not all like perfectly round. Wait, can I select text in this? No, I guess a lot of this text I can't select, so this must be these images. Startup problems. Troubleshooting tips. All circuit cards inserted fully. Are all cables properly connected? Oh, fucking.
I mean,
There aren't any cables to connect. Are there any cables to connect?
This is the emergency broadcast system. Stand by.
I mean, it would be nice if it told us that there were. What's this
I don't
do?
know.
Exit. Toast.
Toaster
one
flyer
more.
software will not run off run.
Warning. The activities depicted in this video are strenuous and highly physical in nature. They should not be attempted
You
without
started
first
to
consulting
play
your
that.
doctor.
There are no extra device
Since they can
driver
also become
icons in
violent,
the
you might
DOS
also seek
drivers
advice from
drawer?
a psychiatrist, clergyman, or criminal attorney. In any case, we accept no responsibility for any harm you do to yourself or to others after viewing this tape. Whatever happens, it's not our fault.
Do you know how the compact flash card was built? Like how it was originally flashed? Do you have any other compact flash cards? I'm wondering if we can like start from like a more base like Amiga OS, like that we set up ourselves somehow.
I don't think I have any others, but that would be interesting.
Let me see if I can find the Amiga OS distribution I was reading about yesterday. As like, I think it's like a pirated one, but
What was the place that sold these parts? The Amiga shop?
My Amiga shop or something.
Amiga store, Amiga Kids store.
You want to sell something? I know what you're doing when you're watching my movies. But just how many calories do you think that
What the fuck?
Whoa. What'd you do? Shit's happening.
Wait.
It's like a sync problem. Is it like not going back to? Whoa! Freeze. Wait, there's something about this. Like if the freeze frame is not synced, I can see the words DV2 in there. Like
Hold on.
You took like a freeze frame of itself, and now it's showing.
No, I think
You actually changed something?
this.
Control monitor RGB.
I think it was trying to. Let me try this again.
Down.
Hold on. The startups directory, I think, is, some example startup scripts that you could put into the Word WB startups, and like, these files and project files are view names, so it looks like these are like kind of like options for you to like start up in files or start up with project files.
Okay.
And so I decided to try running this instead of Start Toaster.
That's all you did, and it's different?
Yeah, well, the other thing...
Well, let's just try Start
The
Toaster.
other thing that's different is last time I was in Toaster, I changed that hardware setting mode for the control or the control output to be whatever that option was. Let me find it. It's like it doesn't come up half the time.
You have to wait, or maybe it's only on you then. So you.
Control monitor,
Okay.
which a control monitor could be the output, like your this screen, right?
Yeah.
And if you were to say preview, then maybe it outputs that control monitor output to the preview output of the toaster, giving us that.
Yeah. What's this? Oh, it's not. But why is it all out of sync? So maybe we've got like maybe we do have some kind of like.
Well, one idea is the whole reason why I have to do all of this, because the analog video output of the Amiga is a weird kilohertz refresh rate, and so maybe it's passing it through. We're seeing that, although that looks different than what I would expect. I really don't know what that is.
said you were able to see something before, like a solid color bars on this TV or another TV.
Yeah, I saw perfect images of these color bars, and I hit space, I would see this image. And most of the time I was not able to see this screen for me to know what was going on, but I knew that if I hit spacebar, it would switch between them.
I wonder if it's worth pulling up this Commodore monitor to see if it displays anything different. So that changes in real time, like, that's pretty...
That's something. Wait, does it... What about... Oh, we're not even getting the colors, though, for the background.
I mean, it could just be the same thing, like it's not... The sync is so off that it can't just... Like, this isn't displaying any color. So, I'll do like any other thing. Display color.
Well, now that we've got this, let's try putting the sync card back in. Because even though in theory, it's not, it's only using the ISA for power, and its only output is to the input. But what if the card expects, because it always goes into the first input, what if there's something about that?
Yeah, regardless of something passing through it that
Yeah,
it's receiving
it's like
some
getting
sync
some
signal.
kind of signal.
Okay. Sure. I mean, that's how it was hooked up when it worked, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we have a way to generate something now.
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
And then that shuts down, and then that goes away. Okay. I mean, the card's showing something. I can see that it's like what we were looking at, because I can see like
Yeah.
the word DV1 in there scrolling by. So, where was the other card then?
Right there.
It's right there. Oh,
Oh no.
oh this. Oh, this big ass thing.
Was there a script one? You know what we would have done with the script one?
I would think I was just playing with it over here. Yeah, so it is here somewhere, but
It's not like I saw it too.
maybe on the table here somewhere. I'll find it. Or I put it in here. It was up here. I had it in my head. Do we just put this in? I think this might be a two-person job, but
It's terrible. Oh, that. Yeah, I did.
I mean, it doesn't go in far, but
But it's. Yeah. I feel like I remember kind of seeing that.
I mean, we're
Like,
saying it's
there's
just
no
for
way.
power.
Yeah.
It's farther than it was last time. I don't think there's another way I can. Well, I can make it go a little bit deeper. Yeah, it's full. this notch is there so that you can get it in the angle and get it around. So what I was gonna do, I was gonna see if I could loosen these screws, pull the bracket this way as far as possible, and that would allow the card to go a little further.
I think because it supposedly only needs it for power.
I mean, yeah, there's only like 1, 2, 3. Only like 12 traces hooked up total. Like none on this side. Yeah, it looks like it's making contact. Let's assume it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see, so. I mean, I can see it pushing the pin.
Yeah.
It's really close, though. I don't know, man. I mean, can that like riser board move at all? What's that for? Whatever. I move that so I can screw up. No, it's okay. Boom! What's this one? Alright.
Okay. I wonder if it was this card all along, and it like came out just enough that it wasn't
Maybe.
in.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we just fixed that, so. Let's see if I can fix this. This is like, one of the things like problematic.
Is it?
Why? It's made it worse.
Those are like $4 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
No wonder it's not very long.
Well, now you broke.
Well, it just like, it unclicked and clicked into the opposite side. Shit's making a lot of noise over there.
CD drive. secret move.
There we go. That was easy.
Well, that's no different. But
If you connect an input into the very first port, there's a green light that comes on. Yeah. You put an input in there, like the camera or something.
oh, there is a light. There's just well, actually, I don't know. We don't see.
Yeah, like plug the go into itself or something. Or yeah, you can plug the camera. Yeah.
Should turn green. Okay, green, so it does have power.
It's not stable.
It just seems like it goes on and off.
Yeah, it's like the clock stable like connection thing.
Okay, so it is powered.
What is this connected to? The output of right now?
I guess preview.
Why did it go away?
Go away. Oh, because I turned the. I mean, it's useless for the.
Well, let's keep it there so we know, like, if the signal changes or something. Is that DV2? Like, they're both on BKG now.
Huh. Well, but I don't know that. Oh, okay, there we go.
I don't know what DV2 means,
If only we were seeing something.
those are the inputs.
Yeah, actually. But it doesn't care.
Yeah. That's the only one that like partially does something. And it totally looks like a sync.
Yeah, but I don't want to try and solve that specific problem because I think that's the Amiga's output problem, but I'm not sure.
The Amiga's output problem?
Yeah, like if you were to get a signal out of the video out and got it to the screen, it wouldn't work because it's like a weird refresh rate. And so I'm guessing that that's passed through, and that's why we're seeing it. And so that's not necessarily a problem of the output that we're not seeing. That's a problem of the Amiga's video output. But I don't know, maybe they're unrelated.
Yeah, I was thinking that the only reason we're seeing this testing is because it's like simple enough that some of the data is getting through, and the other ones are like to generate like a color or something else is never gonna happen because like maybe it seems like regardless it should always be showing something like this. So RGB, what is RGB?
Yeah, like we should see something.
What is RGB?
I'm assuming that means the RGB because the Amiga video output is called Amiga RGB.
Okay.
And when you pick RGB, you don't get it anymore. So I'm assuming that means a weird way of saying you want to use the RGB out for your screen output.
But we're using the screen, so how would we?
I don't know.
Like what? I mean,
because if RGB meant something else, it would say main or program out.
or toaster. Like this almost makes me think like there should be another button if there's a toaster installed that has like toaster output.
Well, but preview is toaster output.
But what's main toaster output then? Toaster setup. You mean? Oh, I see what you mean. There's like the toaster setup like that we're viewing like this is sent to the preview.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just sent here.
Yeah.
Or both, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess preview means both.
I
RGB
guess.
just means itself.
That's my loose
okay,
approximation.
And maybe because we're sending the Amiga's video itself out one of those outputs, this fuzziness is an artifact of the way
the Amiga's
the
output.
Amiga itself output. It's just passing through this really high refresh rate.
Yeah.
okay.
That's my model. I don't know if it's correct.
But I can.
And it does. But my I guess
you're-
my point is that potentially it's unrelated to the other things.
It doesn't actually mean that. It could mean that everything on here is just still not helping
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of weird that we didn't come across this before, because I remember playing with that option though.
I mean, you would have to specifically select DB2 though in the preview output. Like, it looks like whatever that is, just throw me itself onto DB2.
Yeah.
Specifically on the preview output. Is there a way then in the Amiga to? I don't know if we need to fix that problem.
It's main.
Oh, now it's gone.
Oops. Well, I don't know what's supposed to happen.
Well, why did it go away?
Well, I changed it to the other.
Oh.
Trying to see what program output would be. For example, maybe that's what it means by RGB.
No, I think you're right. RGB is just like, hey, send it only to RGB. Like, we should be studying color bars on the program output. Or a red background. We selected red background, like it's not.
Man, Rusty doesn't need a fancy foot button. He just needs a extra keyboard.
Open video toaster. What the hell? What's open video toaster?
Well, you know, it was eventually open sourced.
Toaster listen to you.
Like they got it because it's useful as an editor, so you don't need the hardware necessarily to get it to like edit video.
Sure. It says no hardware required, but does that still mean it works with the hardware?
Well, also, what platforms is it for? Because the hardware only works on the Amiga platform.
I don't know, it's just a 1.2 megabyte zip file. UX toaster. extremely very industrial. Well, shit balls. What the fuck?
Look at all these transitions I could be playing with. Ah!
I mean, we have pictures of people using it with that monitor sitting right there behind you.
Yeah.
So
The thing is,
I don't believe that. Like, do they have extra hardware behind it making that work?
Yeah, interesting. And by the way, when it did work, it was on that screen.
I mean, that suggests that doesn't matter. They're both just composite inputs that operate in the same frequency.
But what could have changed? Oh my god. Driving me insane.
I mean, this is Amiga 2000, but like, what is? I want to see this picture. Toaster. Oh, this looks like Maker Faire.
So bizarre.
Let me play with the settings on it.
That?
You did it, sir. Yeah. So, like, what haven't we? There's got to be stuff we like haven't.
I guess I've gotten to the point where unless it's like some kind of setup or something, I don't feel like it's the software that we're like in a mode where it's not showing some output. Like,
Yeah.
In fact, we know that it switches properly, right? So I think the application stuff, it, you know, works or is not the problem of what we're not seeing. But like, there's no configuration or anything, and like, it seems like the manual doesn't say anything about anything you could do about this.
So. Why does the color bars one take forever to load? Oh, this is a wipe. That's why.
Yeah.
So now when I do the wipe, oh,
That was weird.
isn't that the same as pressing spacebar?
Don't so.
Oh, what the fuck, Walls?
Maybe that's what happens when you use that wipe.
I don't know. I got all kinds of crazy shit happening now.
That is what that does. Now do the transition. I think it's that wipe made it do that.
It's doing weird stuff with that wipe. But we still have not got anything in the video.
It's like it doesn't have enough CPU to do the like wipe and draw the user interface. So it's like, we'll just not draw it for a little while.
It's possible, yeah. That's raised frame store live. It's like, oh, these are both live. I don't know what this means.
And it sucks that we can't check the input without the output working. Because like, we don't even know if it's all of the terminals or if it's just the output.
Yeah. Sure. Damn, I did some shit now. Oh, wait, there it goes. No, cancel. Programs. That's a pain. Those are pain. It's a whale. I don't know what it is. Screen 2, drama. Text. Disk. What? Oh. That wasn't me. Oh no, it's gone! How do I get it back? Oh. Grab. Me now, DV2. DV1. No, DV2. What's that?
Radio output. What did you change? Oh, you went to the DV2, which is the.
I thought we disabled that. Oh, never mind. Fuck. I thought we did something. Removing interface from preview monitor. Press help to restore. What? What are these?
Good question.
Nothing.
I don't know what did the manual say.
The manual doesn't go into this.
I set it on that after being a novice for a while. It didn't make a difference.
I wonder what actually changes.
It was probably in there as a joke.
Well, I'm not really feeling the jokes right now.
As you laughing.
I guess it is kind of a joke now. Maybe maybe someone who used this a lot was like realized how much a pain in the ass this could be. Is there nothing in here to like?
I know, I wish there was something.
Update. No, that's just reset WB.
I just lost this desktop.
I mean, what else is there? What's under work? Just your work backups.
So that's the other older version of Amiga that he installed Video Toaster on, and for some reason upgraded the operating system on a separate volume, but did not install Video Toaster on it. But we now have installed it, so.
I wonder if that's for a reason. Like, does Video Toaster not support this
version? I thought there was a reason, but maybe, given that we're running it now in there.
But like, does it not support this newer version of whatever this is, Amiga or whatever? How do we see what version we're running? Can we even see that? We go like tools.
Oh, it says it on.
What's prep card?
Ah, there's no card slot.
Fine, whatever. It's like, you dumbass. Clearly there's no card slot. Commodities. It mentioned something about the blanker in the docs.
Really?
It's like, don't run the blanker because it messes up the thing. Is this a screensaver? Is that what that means? Is blanker their name for a screensaver?
Yeah, like hotkey, Control B for a number of seconds, seconds. I don't know, maybe it is like a
Sounds like it's like a screensaver.
screensaver.
The docs say
Before
like
they were
don't.
automatic.
The docs say like don't run this while you're running Video Toaster because it can cause problems. Mouse blanker. Just like make the cursor go away maybe. Doesn't load. Click to front.
It's running everything.
I mean, I don't know. I just want to see if there's like, is there some kind of version thing that tells us what version we're running? Sysinfo?
You can read. I think it's in the name of the volume.
Why should I have to do that? How about here? What is this?
Oh, look at this.
Horizontal kilohertz 15. Oh, it tells us like, can we change it? This was the video I saw the other day. It's like the speed comparisons. Like, there's a way to run the. You just click this. Yeah, you run this, and it'll tell you like. Oh, okay. So here's the red. The red on the graph is us, and then these are a bunch of like comparative different chips. His was like just to the end, and like the number was like insane. His M flops was like in the hundreds or something like that, which is like faster than like the fastest Motorola or something like that, or I forget what it was. It was off the charts though. It was funny. Ours is the faster processor though. What's boards? Okay. I mean, maybe the video toaster is not an auto config board and we don't see it there.
I mean, oops. Didn't the manual have like instructions step by step, like putting it in and stuff
yes.
like that? And there was like nothing between there and like doing, like it's organized in a way that doesn't seem like it follows.
Later on I found where it installs the software, which is what you did, but there wasn't really anything compelling in that either. It's just like, okay, it's installed, and then the next step was just like using the Paint program or something. Like there's no quick start. Like it skipped any of like the basics. Like it assumes you know how to output like just Motorola. These people are a bunch of jokers.
Yeah.
Jesus. There's just like no like QA back then where they're just like someone's gonna catch that. It was just like, no, I can put whatever I want in the program because I'm writing the program and I'm reviewing the program, like nothing else. No one else is. Like, I'm the last person in line. I'm the first and last person in this line. I get to do whatever I want.
More utilities.
Shit. Well, alright, I don't. The only thing is, like, should we try loading the old version of Amiga OS again? Trying the one that was loaded on there.
Trying to get it to do something.
Yeah, seeing if it works then. Like, is there a reason it was made for he installed it that way because it only ran on that version of Amiga OS for some reason?
Right, yeah, that's like what I thought. But maybe it's true.
We're like, oh, I think that's. I guess the reason why this uses so much CPU is like all the cameras are always running all the time, regardless if you're actually viewing them. Like it's ready to switch to that camera, right? So it's like it's still, even if it's not showing, it's like still pulling all the video somewhere into a buffer. It's ready to go. That makes sense. Oh god, I didn't know.
That's interesting. Expansion board diagnostic.
Yeah, let's run it. Let's run it.
Do we do anything here, or do we just? Well,
Where'd you see that? Where'd you find this?
this is in the bootloader.
Oh.
Isn't it strange?
That in the two places we could see boards, it didn't show it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I would think it would. Doesn't show either of the boards? Oh,
Well,
assume the top one just gets power, so maybe it can't see it, but.
And then I don't know if like this bottom one's a special case because it's that weird different bus, but is it possible that this is not all the way in on the motherboard or something?
Yeah.
Alright, let's
What's under
try.
display options? Can we go there? Chip type?
Chip type.
What?
Best
is
available,
that?
why not? I have no idea.
Well, maybe the best available is wrong.
Well, this is for the, I imagine, just for this display out, which
Yeah, maybe. Does that change? I wonder if that would change the way we preview the.
oh, if it does, we probably don't want to do this because we want to try and reproduce it working.
Click boot device. So are these just all partitions on that CF card?
Yes. So OS 3.1 is the one that we're going into, and 3.9 is the version that we're just running.
Okay.
What are you?
This that we have.
I took it out. Alright, well, whatever.
I saw some scan lines there this time. Like when I started it up. We know how to do that.
And it works in this version just the same.
Yeah.
Video input termination.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is to try to slide this riser board this way to get the card seated better. Like, if there's a way to
Well, let's.
either slide the entire motherboard that way or slide that card this way.
Turn it off.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, myamigashop.com.
what's his
Although
thing?
maybe that's where they got it from, but I'm pretty sure that's where who assembled it.
I mean, they link to an online store and then they just link to the eBay auctions.
Yeah. Dope store.
Amiga hardware. BNC female to male RCA adapters. Some
Clearly, people are buying some video toaster stuff here. 6-foot male RCA, the electric composite.
Or at least he's restoring them and doing this stuff. I mean, presumably.
Oh, he sells CPUs.
This connector.
Is this the time card? Why are there discs with it? For what? You don't have power.
I don't know. Maybe that was a different, maybe this is a little more advanced version that does more than basic time sync. Because I forgot where we read that, but I do know that there's...
It's like the same card.
Yeah, but I do know that there's lots of different kinds, so we might have been reading instructions for a different card, or is it something that only applied to a different card?
Oh, it's here. This is software. We were in the software before, so the software is on there somewhere. I remember we got into this somehow.
Yeah, I know I'm pretty sure the guy installed it.
Whoa.
Yeah, it looks like it's like... Oh, didn't we find something?
Yes, you missed one.
No, but it was the same kind of... Like, you could change...
We were in this one.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know on the preview. Video Toaster 4000 version 4.3 software. I don't believe you. This is exactly what you bought. Not 4.3 software. 2. Liars. These are just like canned images for like documentation, or if this is like how it's supposed to look when you load it.
Well, those croutons or whatever, like if you load enough of them in that project space, it will look like that.
I know, but is there like supposed to be some default ones? This looks like a different version though. Like these are just
Yeah.
oh, this is 3.1. Yeah, it's older. This is A4000 and A4000T. What's the difference? A4000T. A4000T. Oh, the 4000T was a tower? So same hardware, just tower.
Yeah. Maybe I should email this Amiga store guy. Be like, is there like should the board diagnostics show the video toaster? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I guess there's a whole bunch of shit.
Output.
There's a whole bunch of shit.
Like if he has a working one, he can compare. We can ask.
There's like tons of stuff we've tried. We can just you could literally just start listing things you've tried, right? Be like, hey, it shows the blank output. We can't figure out how to get anything output on it. Even when we select color bars and select all the inputs, transition whatever, black. The diagnostic thing in the bootloader shows no cards. The sysinfo utility doesn't show any cards. Should it be showing the video toaster card? What's going on here? You shit, dog. I mean, all signs point to like it should just work. Like there's nothing else to do. There's no configuration. Like you're not meant to go that deep or think about it that hard. Like it's meant for. This is meant for people that work in just video. It's not meant for computer people. It's meant for video people. Like they should just install a card and then be working with video. And, like just clicking buttons and the video shows up. There's nothing else to do, right? That's how it should be working.
Well, and so if that's the case, then something's
broken. Yeah, something is not is like beyond normal operation, clearly.
And it's potentially not the card.
Well, not anymore. Now that we've tested two with the same symptom, it's
although they're
or
from
it
the
could
same
be that
place.
Card. Yeah, the same place, which means it's a configuration theme. Like we've broken the software in some way. Or this time card is supposed to be doing something and it's not, or it's not hooked up correctly, or we're just not hooking it up correctly, and like we did something, we hooked up something in some way that one night that worked that we haven't yet. I don't know. I would assuming the guy that is selling this stuff on that store has some level of understanding on how to get it to work, or like has seen it work. I mean, they test it before they sell it, right?
Yeah.
Like he has stuff listed that says like tested, good, like new condition or new condition, or good as new condition.
He is my only hope. Oh shit.
He is your only hope. As well as so-and-so is your only hope.
Yeah. I don't have the thing to
Didn't even say here.
show.
Does it say in your regular console?
If it was
You can't even see.
to Society. I can't see.
You can't see.
Oh my god.
Terrible. Yeah, I would email a person. I think that's the next best. See what they say to further troubleshoot. Maybe they've got some ideas to troubleshoot. Or maybe they'll just say F off, like, we don't, sorry.
I mean, I'm
Buyer beware.
yeah. Though I feel like I could, if I did buy all this stuff from him, I'm like, alright, I've spent like
what, $700 this guy or more?
more than
that?
like $1,000 to $2,000.
Yeah, they should help you out then.
Yeah.
Like, if you spent like $2,000 with this person, they should help. Be like, hey, I'm doing all this stuff. Like, spend a lot of money with you. Yeah, I think they would.
Bought a second card from you, I guess.
I mean, tell them that. Be like, hey, I just bought this second card because we thought our first one broke in some way, but it turns out we just can't. It just seems like this one doesn't work either. Are we? What are we doing wrong? Yeah, I agree.
Good effort. We kind of eliminated a lot of stuff. And we got that weird signal from the control mode.
Yeah, I think you're right in that preview out thing is maybe just like it's just literally passing through a signal. So maybe there's somewhere on the card that's still not working. That's just happened to be passing through a signal all the way through from like this slot. So is this left-right audio?
Yeah.
We do. Shit, bad.
Alright, I guess.
Tired.
End of the stream, just as people are showing up, I guess.
Boom! End of stream. Couldn't get it to work. Man. Disappointing.
Maybe next time, maybe next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Thanks for the follow, Mod Society.